Worldwide, the International Day for Persons with Disabilities is observed on December 3rd. At the Azim Premji University, we celebrated the day on December 6th with a series of events. In one of the events, we had a panel discussion where we invited panelists who are working in the industry to share their experiences about accessibility and inclusion. We also spoke about issues around inclusive education in higher educational spaces as well as school education. We touched upon policy issues and how the Rights for Persons with Disability Act provides now lots of opportunities for people with disabilities to participate equally in all kinds of workplaces and educational spaces. It was a wonderful and enlightening discussion that all of us had on the day.
Hi, my name is Kameshwari and right now I'm standing at the Azim Premji University. I have come here to be a part of the panel discussion which is focused on the topic of accessibility and inclusion in the education spaces as part of the 7 Colors event. The event went out pretty successful and our panel discussion was really awesome. I have a lot to learn from the other panelists who were with me. Talking about the university, I just happened to talk to one of its students who himself is a person with vision impairment, and he just mentioned this wonderful thing about the university library where they have computers which have the screen reading software called NVDA installed, which is a real good thing because I just remember my days as a university student and the libraries were not pretty much accessible. So also when I talk to people here, people who have been coordinating with us for the event, their attitude towards disability and the way they received us, it's pretty overwhelming and pretty encouraging and is the proof for the fact that the university has really taken steps to make its environment accessible.
Hi all, I am Pinky Gupta. I am currently working as an accessibility specialist in Accenture. I have been invited for the panel discussion in Azim Premji University here, which I am very glad to be part of. And the discussion, the thought of having this kind of panel discussions and hosting these kind of events, the celebration or observing the International Day with Persons with Disability itself shows that Azim Premji University is taking a step forward towards inclusion and making everything inclusive and everything accessible. And I have seen many students who are with different abilities here. I even heard that there is a student with learning disability, there is a student who is with visual impairment, the person who has locomotor disability. So all these things shows that the inclusion is already in place in Azim Premji University, which is very good thing to see. And why I say that is when we were studying, we didn't get these kind of opportunities, and because that was a lack of awareness, it's nothing to complain about anybody. There was a lack of awareness in universities and colleges earlier. Nowadays, due to all these kind of acts which we have, RPWD and all those stuffs, the entire India is talking about the inclusion and accessibility, where everybody is playing their own part. So I feel proud to be part of the country like this.
We are making several efforts to ensure that our campus becomes an inclusive space such that it is accessible physically as well as attitudinally to all people with varied learning needs. We are creating opportunities such that people with disabilities are welcome in our campus, have opportunities to learn, read, participate meaningfully and engage with all kinds of opportunities for learning and extracurricular activities. We have made sure that our campus is accessible fully for people, and there are no spaces that remain excluded or inaccessible for anyone. Of course, it's a long journey. We have a long way to go. We have a lot to learn. We also have to ensure that all the members of the community are equally sensitized and feel that we all belong together in this space.
Hello everyone. I'm really proud to be here at the Azim Premji University. We are celebrating the 7 Colors event, and today we have an event about the International Day of the Persons with Disability. I feel that this university is a model where other universities can come and learn how accessibility is part and parcel of the way they have welcomed the differently abled to be part of their campus. The layout, the friendliness of the people, all speak of inclusion and accessibility, and the whole society needs to be accessible and inclusive in whatever activity they do, be it cultural, economic, political, or social.
When we go around educational institutions, whether it is schools or colleges or institutions of higher learning of any kind, we find that people with disabilities are visibly absent. That means we seem to invisibilize people with disabilities. They are just not there. It is not because they don't want to be part of these institutions, but because we actively begin to, or we make our spaces inaccessible to them. It is very important for all of us to realize that we need to remove the physical barriers and also overcome barriers of attitude towards people with disabilities, so that they get opportunities to study in regular school systems, and so that we can make all our classrooms and learning spaces inclusive in every possible way.